The bell rang with a cheerful chime throughout Little Bright Academy, and children shuffled into their classrooms with backpacks that seemed bigger than some of them. The hallway buzzed with conversation, sneakers squeaking against the polished floor. Inside room 3A, students found desks neatly arranged, and on the whiteboard was a bright message: "Welcome to a year of respect, learning, and friendship." At the center of this moment stood Miss Rivera, their new teacher. She smiled warmly, knowing that for many students the first day was filled not just with excitement, but with questions. How should I act? How do I make friends? What will my teacher think of me? These were questions every child carried silently, and Miss Rivera wanted to guide them toward answers that would last far beyond day one.
Class, before we open our books or take out pencils, let's talk about something even more important than math, reading, or science. Let's talk about how we treat each other and how we should act in our classroom.
A few students shifted curiously in their seats. Some lowered their eyes, others leaned forward. Miss Rivera picked up a small globe from her desk and held it out.
Imagine our classroom is like this world. Every one of us lives here together for many hours each day. If we make it noisy, messy, or unfriendly, it will not feel safe or special. But if we show kindness, listen, and respect rules, our classroom world will shine.
Hands shot up as she asked the students to share their thoughts.
We should raise our hands when we want to talk.
We should keep our desks tidy.
We shouldn't laugh at people if they make mistakes.
Each response filled Miss Rivera with pride. She wrote the rules on the board, not as commands but as promises the class was making together.
These are not just rules, they are ways to show that we care about one another.
Then she told a small story of two brothers who always argued while building with blocks. Because they shouted, grabbed, and ignored each other's ideas, their tower always collapsed. One day, they decided to share, to take turns, and to respect each other's voices. That day, their tower stood tall longer than ever.
That's what good behavior does. It builds us up instead of tearing us down.
The children seemed to understand. Some smiled, some nodded, some wrote notes on sticky papers they placed on a bulletin board titled, "Our Classroom Promises." A sense of calm filled the room. It was more than just organization. It was respect made real. Before the bell signaled recess, Miss Rivera looked around and said,
"This year will bring challenges. We may forget these promises sometimes, but every new day gives us the chance to try again. Acting kindly and respecting our classroom isn't just about following rules. It's about becoming the kind of people we want the world to have."
And with those words, the foundation was laid. The classroom was not just a space with desks and walls, but a place where hearts and minds would be shaped by how kids chose to behave each day.